Alright, the Submerged Castle. 13 treasures totaling 690 Pokos. Not a good payout. If you're not going for 100%, I do not recommend coming here. This cave has all hazards. Biggest there is a fiery ball blacks. Difficulty is unknown. You can only bring blue Pikmin, so the factors that make this cave difficult do not apply to any other cave in the game. Container Power recommends 100 blue Pikmin. I recommend 60 if you're skilled, 70 if you're not. Now what makes this cavern difficult is first off, you have to deal with non-blue Pikmin hazards with only blue Pikmin. But you're also on a time limit in this cavern. If you spend more than 5 minutes on any floor, the boss of the cavern will spawn, and he is invincible until you get purple Pikmin on the final floor. Well, that's it. Now to the...
I take you on this is Submerged Castle. Now this cavern, as much as I hate it, here's what we need to do. You are on a running clock, which I'm not going to put the time on the bottom screen because that takes too much effort. But you are on the clock as of right now. So we need to be extra careful. But we need to be quick and careful. So you're on a clock for once in the cavern. That's the first time that's happened. So. You see what I mean now by the factors that make this cavern hard don't apply to other caverns. Oh my god! Don't apply to the other caverns because they just don't. I mean, no other cavern's on a time limit. No other cavern has you working with just blue Pikmin. So, that's what makes this cavern difficult. Also, Fireball Blacks. He spawned in the water for me. He doesn't do that all the time, so. So I would use it, so leave him in the water if he's found water, then Bitter Spring. This is the second way you take out a Fireball Block. Because you have to figure out that water's out the fire. But that's two of the treasures. Also, each floor has a gimmick. This is the fire floor. Each floor only has 3 treasures, so you have to find all 3 treasures and escape before it comes. What is it? Something very dangerous and annoying. But here's the last treasure. So that's one mystery solved. Now because I have a clock to go through this time, I do know about how much time I'm using in this cavern. This first floor isn't that bad. It's not likely to appear because the floor is small and fire is pretty easy to deal with. Now we have the Diet Doomer. Diet Doomer's pretty fun. Now, believe it or not, there is a reason they don't let you bring in purple Pikmin, or any other Pikmin type for that matter. It actually has to do with the boss. And the time limit gimmick. You'll see. A lot of people try to save a lot of stuff in this kind for a surprise. I'm just going to assume you've seen the surprise, so I just want to show everything off and explain everything. I'm not going to worry about spoilers. But we have the pastry wheel. I actually have to try to crack them a few eggs before it happens. Because I hope you can't hear that in the background. Point is, we're at the exit, but I want to show off what happened. I feel like if there's a time to show it off, it's now. So, I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to wait until it happens. And I wait. Here we go! If 5 minutes pass in the cavern has not passed during the pulse stream or cutscene, this happens. What is this? I can see it with my optical receptors, but my sensors cannot detect it. Could this physical be anchored in our dimension? Attacking is futile. It takes physical form, but it's going to take considered. Danger, danger, danger. Alright, this is the last page of the dialogue. So, explanation time. This is the Water Wraith. The Water Wraith is an extra-dimensional creature, kind of like the enemy from Earthbound. But the way the Water Wraith works is, he is like a ball bearing in the sense that he runs the map. He kills people by squishing, which is obviously insta-kill. The Water Wraith will follow your active captain, and like other things, the Water Wraith can kill other enemies. Now the Water Wraith is killed by throwing one purple Pikmin on his body to freeze him in time. And in case you haven't noticed, this cavern is blue Pikmin only, and that's why. So you can't get purple Pikmin in here and get rid of this guy early. Now, eventually you do get purple Pikmin, you're able to kill him eventually. Of course you are. But until then, this guy is completely invincible. Now, there are two ways of dealing with him. You can, one, just avoid him. Try to get everything done before he shows up. And if you're a beginner, just leave. Don't worry. Don't try manipulating him. Just get out of here. If you're an expert, though, it is possible to use this guy to your advantage. Because, like I said, it can kill enemies. So, if that fireball box is giving you problems in the water response, try manipulating it to kill the fireball box for you, because it is insta-kill to all enemies. Sadly, you can't make a water race kill water race. That's friendly fire. But that's how the water race works. But we have all the treasures. Louie, get us out of here. Alright, so level 2, reset count is now 1. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this wall. Typically I go the other way first. This time I'm going to go this way first, just to be different. Alright, that's nice. Wall thrown down. A lot of people don't care about Pikmin dust in this cavern. I'm going to try to keep it under 2 or 3 floor. I don't want to massacre. But you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, what the heck was the what? The what the what? But here's the Baldman. Basically, if you have A, less than 100 Pikmin, and B, you kill Baldman, right, it will be followed by 10 Baldman, which you can take for your own. Very helpful. So, yeah, this is the Gavin solution to OMG, you can't put any other Pikmin side. Blue Pikmin. They give you Baldman. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to get the treasure here. Oh, I have to kill you. Which is nice, because you didn't spawn a bomb. There we go. This floor is really just big. It's really spread out, but you should be able to run ahead for the most part. If you see speedruns of this game, they avoid the water race by using a spicy spray so they get through the floor faster on tiny to get around you. But yeah, up there, if the water race spawns, that's your safe haven. That's where you can go hide out. If you leave a Pikmin up there, the water is not going to touch it ever. If it does touch it, I'm sorry I scared you wrong. Please let me know in the comments so I don't feel stupid. Alright, I'm actually going to ignore the fire weevils for now. Just hope they don't touch anything. They probably will touch something. My luck. They're not supposed to touch anything. They're going to touch something just because they're that kind of person. Like, you! There we go. And we'll leave Alamar here while the treasure workers go back. Now, the treasure probably is going to get stalled here, so, which it did. What you can actually do is, sometimes you can trick the Dweebles to going back further than they really need to. I am eating too much time here. I am keeping a running clock with me, as I said. There we go, that's one cover it. Alright, I'm going to quickly finish up this floor because I'm running low on time. And you can't walk through treasures, which really stinks because sometimes you need to get around stuff, and when you can't, that's bad. Because you are on a time limit in this cavern, as I said. But yeah, I'm testing out a new strategy. I want to see if this works. Because I guess this is a more efficient method, but I've always done it in reverse. Going to this area first, breaking open the hole. Alright. Alright, I have time. I don't need to worry. If the water does spawn, I'm in trouble. There we go. Let me quickly get this thing back to base. There we go. Up there is also a safe haven for the waterway, so feel free to spam your Pikmin up there if you don't want them touched. Which no one should want their Pikmin touched. Alright, I'm good. I'm going to beat this floor in under 5 minutes. I'm keeping count. Alamar, you're by the hole, that's good. Also, knowing that all Pikmin teleport to the hole when you leave, biggest time saver in this cavern ever, because you don't want to spend time gathering your Pikmin. Oh, we got the confection poop. Now, Alamar, get me out of here. So, let's go and do the third level. Alright, I can handle that many deaths. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to deactivate this electricity because it's going to cause problems if I don't. It's that simple. If you're going to keep a timer like I am, make sure to stop the timer during cutscenes. Alright, that and those will cause problems. So, oh, not if it does that. Yeah, if a Dweeble picks up an enemy, just ignore it because it's not going to cause problems. It doesn't drop enemies for treasures. It finds something and sticks with it. So you can use that to your advantage. I guess not really something you want to plan out, which I guess you could, but I don't really recommend it. Okay. Wollywobs, this is why we hate you. Alright, hey, first treasure, that's good. What do we got over here? Ooh, we got another treasure. That's nice. Where's the hole at? Hole's on that side of the map. Yeah, okay. Right, there's probably an enemy here. Like you! Yeah, this cave has a very good habit. I'm going to call it a good habit, but it's very reliable on, hey, I'm going to trap you. At every single turn. Alright, there's the first treasure. We got the chocolate cushion, I think. No, succulent mattress, close enough. Alright, there's only one of you, so I'm not going to worry about you too much. I know there's an no beetle here. I shouldn't have any blue Pikmin then, I don't. There we go. Alright, now I need to go get the last treasure. Neither of you are causing any problems, which is good. Oh, look at me, I'm a dead and no beetle. I'm not causing any harm. Yeah, I get this. This carries a lot easier if you know all the inner workings of the enemies. Which if you do, good. One, good for you. Two, I'm sorry because that means you're as big of a nerd as I am. Because amazing. I can memorize every enemy in Pikmin 2, but I can't memorize how to spell 25 words for a spelling test. Alright, alright. I'm really keeping time right now, because I forgot about the clock, so I don't have a clock with me, so I hope I'm moving fast enough. This floor always gives me problems. A lot of times it just barely gives me problems. You deflowered all my Pikmin, which is not going to help the cause. Any if at all. First off, you're going the right way, aren't you? You're going that way? Okay, that is a long way to go, but it will get you back without any enemies, which is good. Louis, you focus on them. Olimar, you focus on getting these guys back to base. There we go. Alright, they should make it back okay. In the meantime, what to do? Okay, hole's open, so my emergency exit is ready. Now let's throw the Pikmin on the sled because they can't really be damaged here. And not being damaged is very nice. Because water can't get up here as far as I know. Because it's a ledge. Water doesn't climb. Alright, this is going a lot slower because I got all my Pikmin deflowered, but alright, Louie, get ready for the Great Escape. There we go, and that will do it for this part. Next time on Let's Play Pikmin 2, we will finish the Submerged Castle. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. See you guys then. Thank you and good night.